All right, scholars, now that we are into talking about areas of triangles, let's stamp something in our understanding. So we're going to use that by looking at a model and comparing some strategies. The first strategy we're going to look at examines how we can find the area of a triangle by decomposing it into two right triangles. That decomposing just means to break it up. Think of each right angle as one half of a triangle. Keep that in your mind. One half of a rectangle. Here is Maria's triangle. We've cut it up so that it is into two right triangles. There's a blue side and a pink side. Okay, it's the same triangle. We just cut it up into two smaller triangles. We can also take a look at this triangle if we turn each side into a rectangle. Then we can find the measurements or the base and height to go ahead and find the area. So on the blue side, we have 2 centimeters as my base and 4 centimeters as my height. Notice that the dotted lines represent the other half of the rectangle, but this line down the middle represents that Maria's triangle on the blue side represents half of the rectangle, going back to our statement up here. This represents half of the rectangle. If we come to the pink side, we did the exact same thing. The dotted lines represent the other portion of the rectangle, showing here that the base is 6 centimeters long, and 4 centimeters tall. Okay, it is the exact same measurement on both sides for our height. Still showing that this line in the middle, this portion here represents half of the rectangle. All right, so half the rectangle here, half of the rectangle here. How does that translate into our formula to find the area of a triangle? So if we look at it, the word half is super important. What is our formula for the area of a rectangle? That's right. If you said it is area equals length times width, I'd even accept base times height. That is the area of when you find area of a rectangle. Now, when we're looking at the triangle and it's cut in half, we have to apply that in our formula. Let's take a look. So now we're going to write an expression for the area of Maria's triangle. So here we've put in our dimensions, our base and our height that we pull from the blue side of our triangle, and our dimensions from the pink side of our triangle. So 1/2 simply means that after you multiply, and that's what we've been doing since last week, multiplying the length and width or base and height, you actually have to take half of it divided by 2, okay? So if I do that, for the blue side, I multiply 2 times 4, and then I have to take half of it because remember, we only have half of it that represents Maria's portion of the triangle. Here, I have 6 times 4, which is over here. And why again are we going to take half of it? That's right, because this side of the triangle represents half of the rectangle. So if we do that, then we can calculate the area of Maria's triangle. So I'm going to stop the video and we're going to solve it together and see if we can come up with that area.